Huge news in the National Basketball Association. That is Robert Littal, first off. I am Rick Strom. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11:30 a.m., Robert, Rick, Denise Jones, J.R. Jackson. We are live streaming the show.
Live! That's all I still got.
11:30 a.m. Pacific time.
Be there and be square.
Phenomenal. Check us out. So, New Orleans Pelicans star Anthony Davis has parted ways with longtime agent Thad Foucher. Sources told ESPN to officially change agents, players are required to file paperwork with the Players Union and then wait 15 days. Rich Paul of Clutch Sports, who represents LeBron James, among others, is a leading contender to represent AD. Sources said, oh boy, so now we start the theory. Is Anthony Davis going to LA? First off, here's his client list. LeBron James, John Wall, Tristan Thompson, Nerlens Noel, who's going to have a big year. DeJounte Murray, love him. Eric Bledsoe, Miles Bridges, the rookie. Is Anthony Davis going to the Lakers?
I don't think Anthony Davis will be on the Pelicans by the end of his contract. Don't necessarily know if he's going to the Lakers.
He has a huge contract.
I just think that at some point,
getting over $20 million a year.
At some point, he's going to be like, hey, you know, I did my time, and it's time to go.
Totally. So, we tried.
And I think they're going to trade him.
It's like Chris Paul with the Hornets.
Yeah, I think they're going to trade him before. Now, where he goes...
He has 3 more years. Let me just... Yeah. I thought he was going to be there for like 5. He has 3 more years with a total of 52 guaranteed, 52.5. Right. And 25, 27, then almost 29 in the 3rd year. That 3rd year is a player option.
Right, so the 3rd year is a player option. So he can opt out after next year.
After next year.
So this year is not... if they're going to trade him, it would either be in the offseason after this year or by the trade deadline next year. So by 2019-20, by the trade deadline, if he hasn't given them assurances, because he's going to opt out because he's a max guy. If he doesn't give them assurances, hey, I'm going to re-sign with you, you got to get rid of him. You can't let Anthony Davis go.
Got to get something
for nothing. And if you're Anthony Davis, maybe you get traded to where you want to go. That way they can keep your bird rights, and then therefore you get the max contract as much money as possible.
The Lakers do have the assets.
They do.
They do have guys that they could throw in a trade like Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Lonzo Ball. The Boston Celtics have a ton of assets if they ever wanted to give it up. Though, in my opinion, in this modern era of the NBA, they should not. They should hold on to what they have because they are the leading candidate in the clubhouse to represent the Eastern Conference.
The question is it a Kawhi type of situation where Kawhi at first said, hey, I only want to go to the Lakers. But they're like, hey, we're going to send you to Toronto. And then Toronto said, well, we know that, we don't have any guarantees, but we're going to try. Worked for Paul George in Oklahoma City. They got no assurances. So if you're a team and you say, if you're Boston, for example, you know you're close to maybe a championship.
And but at what cost?
That's the point. That's the thing. If you trade for Anthony Davis and Anthony Davis say, hey, I can't promise you I'm going to stay past, this year. Do you go for it all? And hope that, hey, if we win a championship, why would he want to leave after we win a championship?
Well, here's the other wrinkle in this. Allow me to interject, is that Kyrie Irving is going to test free agency after this year.
That's true.
So I'm just trying to play both sides here. Kyrie wants to team up with Jimmy Butler, according to all the reports, right? I don't think they're going to New York. I think that's a facade to even think about because no one should ever want to play for James Dolan. I will die on that hill.
Also, remember Kevin Durant. I think it's likely... in my mind, and I've heard some things. I have sources, people.
He has sources.
I've heard some things that you took the coward's way out. You're a snake. Starting to get to him a little bit to the point that, hey, if you already got 3 rings, just assuming that the Warriors won again, you already got 3 rings. Now you could go somewhere else as the man and show people that you can win without. Steph and Clay and all of these other guys. So he's going to be a free agent around the same. So it's a lot.
Right.
Back in the day, you knew your stars were going to stay with the team more or less. And if it was one trade for like a big star, that was a big deal. But it rarely happened. Now, the chess pieces are always, moving. But Lakers, it could be. I don't know. Could be.
Agreed. Let us know your thoughts. Comment section below. Subscribe to 2IT Sports. You know what's my favorite song? You Could Ring My Bell. So do it, why don't you? Ring the damn bell and download the TYT app. Available on Android and iOS.